you, bye.
Somewhere in northern Kenya, and as I watched the guys discuss our last leg to Rwanda, I thought back of that rainy day in Wiener Neustadt that seemed so far away. It had only been a few days ago when this whole story started. You know what? Actually, it did not start there. It started 6 years ago. A friend called me on the phone and said, I bought an aircraft. And I said, what? And he said, yeah, you should really come and see it. And there it was, on the ramp. Brand new Diamond DA-42. In the next 6 years, we would fly that thing all over Europe. You name it, and we went. And there's this thing about flying. I mean, we were hooked. And we flew to Gibraltar and Trafalgar. And I saw places I could have never have imagined. So where was I? Oh yeah, rainy day, Wiener Neustadt. But before we start this thing, you should meet two guys. That's Micke, and well, see for yourself. And Martin, he's not just one of the nicest guys I've flown with. He's also one of the best pilots I've flown with. So let me tell you more about this trip. It would take us right to the heart of Africa, to Kigali, Rwanda, via stops in Greece, Egypt, and finally Kenya. And even the guys were excited. It was a first for them too. But when I peeked into Martin's office, something was clearly off. The weather just didn't feel right. First lesson of ferry flying, always expect the unexpected. So we replanned the entire first leg and finally got in the air. Second lesson of ferry flying, be ready to do a lot of reading. So while I was navigating the clouds, Martin was reading and studying our updated briefing.
Lots of build-ups today.
It is. It is. Yeah. But we
Station
changed the route. Not fly via Kampala. We fly via Burgas.
Route direct to Abeti
So
climb
to avoid the
340.
weather system over the Balkan.
There was a whole front moving in east to west, which is now actually to our right side.
Radar contact.
That looks pretty good.
And you might wonder about the funny things on our noses. Those are oxygen cannulas. And if you fly for extended periods of time in unpressurized aircraft, that's the oxygen that keeps your brain going. After 3 hours, we were ready for our first landing in Burgas, Bulgaria. Get some fuel, get back in the air. That's another lesson in ferry flying. They say patience is a virtue, and we learned that the hard way while waiting for fuel in Burgas. When everything was said and done, we were ready to go back into the clouds for our last leg of the day to Heraklion, Greece.
Is that a French you're holding?
Italo 736, report field flight continue visually for final of runway 09.
Vertical track. We make a vertical direct too.
Yeah.
Let's do it. What do we need? 850 feet per minute, please.
Okay.
Focus go 800.
When you fly for 6 hours in a day, any airport is welcome. But the approach in Heraklion, Greece was something.
Oscar Echo Uniform Delta Romeo, wind 050 degrees, 6 knots, runway 09, clear to land.
Get to land, runway 09, Oscar Delta Romeo.
We got vectored in right behind a big jet, and a large cruise ship was on our left side, while Martin was trying to snap a final picture before we landed. They say any landing you can walk away from is a good landing, so after a firm touchdown, it was about finding parking and wrapping up for the night.
Here to the right or next to the right?
Next to the right. This is Foxtrot, take the next one.
Yeah, next to the right, thank you. I was going to turn away.
He said first to the right, huh?
Yeah.
I was testing
this
you.
This is usually where we are.
Ah, beautiful. This is where the little planes sleep?
This is where the little planes sleep.
The next day, we would be in Africa, and that's where our adventure really started. See you soon for part 2.